Hello. Let's have a chat about Catherine House, since I picked this for our Besties Book Club. Because I had heard it was kind of like Bunny, in the sense of like it's one of those weird books that like nobody understands, but like are brilliant once you understand it. I don't know. It's been speaking to me, and I just wanted to read it. So I forced Brittany, Neva, and Kelsey to read it. And Brittany has already read it, didn't understand it, gave it 3 stars, I'm pretty sure. And Neva read it, kind of understood it, I think gave it 4 stars. I think she's rereading it currently to read it closer to the live show, because the live show is on January 29th, if I believe, at 1 p.m. Don't quote me on that. I'll have the actual time underneath this video. And I am finally reading it. We had sprints tonight, and I needed to buy another SD card at this point, because my camera keeps getting full, and then I don't have storage. So, sorry that I switched this midway through, like, that update. But it is what it is. Anyway, I'm at 33% mark. I've read 33% of it as of tonight. So let's go through my thoughts. I stopped at the first sprint at page 60. Now, my one complaint about this book is that the chapters are freakishly long. And because of that, it's not easy. If I was just going to listen to the audiobook, it would be really hard to find my place in here again, because the chapters are freakishly long. They're like at least 30 to 40 pages. And I'm not a long chapters girly. Like, I'm just not. It is what it is. Second, this book is like so weird that like if I was not physically reading it with my eyeballs and I tried to only listen to this on audio, I think I would hate it. And I'm really enjoying it because I'm reading it physically. So I'm actually really enjoying it. I got to the 60-page mark on at the end of the first sprint, and not a lot has happened. And I'm going to try explaining this book, but it's really hard to explain. So it's basically about Catherine House, which is like kind of this university, kind of not. It's like highly acclaimed. It's insanely hard to get into. Like you have to do all these interviews that are like hours and days long to get in, and not everybody that gets in is accepted. But if you graduate Catherine House after 3 years, then you're considered to be like the super smart scholar, and like the people that leave Catherine House go on to do great and amazing things. But the whole thing at Catherine House is if you go there, you have to leave your entire past behind. Like, you're not allowed to talk to your family and friends. Like, you have to leave everything in the past. I mean, you are allowed to talk to them, but, like, it costs you, like, you have to get points to do it. But it'll cost, like, 400 points just to make one phone call, and you might not even get 400 points until you're, like, graduating. So, like, basically they do that so that you can't. And then they have, like, if you're not following the program, you have this restoration center, but it's really basically like a detention/jail where you hang out until you've learned your lesson. And so this new girl, Inez, and Baby, they are like the 2 main characters. Baby's not really a main character. It's really Inez, but she's her roommate. And they come in together their first year at Catherine House, and it's basically just about their experiences. And like a lot of the first part is like introducing them to the world and like what Catherine House is about and all this stuff. And then it started getting really weird, and there's some stuff going on, and I'm not going to explain it because otherwise I'm going to spoil this book. But this book is really weird. And right around the 60% mark is where things got freaky. However, I'm 33% in, and I still understand what's going on. So I think there might be hope for me. I think it's because I've read a lot of horror, and I read Bunny, and I really loved Bunny. Maybe this book is not going to go totally over my head. I don't know. I do know that this book has a 3.11 rating on Goodreads, and that is, I think it is the lowest book on my TBR. I will actually check in a minute and actually verify that with you. This might be the lowest rated book. And for good reason, because apparently a lot of people hate it. But you know what? I'm liking it. I'm vibing with it. I am going to hopefully get a little bit further in this within the next couple of days. And then I'm not going to give you a bunch of thoughts at the end of this, because this is my Besties Book Club discussion, and I don't want to give all my thoughts away in this vlog. But I will definitely let you know some thoughts. Unless this video comes out after the discussion, I'll give you all the thoughts. I haven't decided when I'm releasing this just yet. But as of right now, I've decided I'm not going to do that. So I will probably update you when I get to about the 50% mark, and we will see where we get from there.
And everybody has their seats. Oh, my people.
Okay, hi, hello. Update on Catherine House. Also, yes, I have bangs now. I didn't have bangs in the last clip of this, so that's fine. I love it. Anyway, I am 63% of the way done with Catherine House. I am almost to year 3. So we already talked about how this book, they graduate Catherine House in 3 years. And so it's broken into 3-year segments. And I'm on part 2. I have one more chapter and then I will be on part 3. And I still understand a lot of it. There's this whole plasma thing in this, which if you've read this, you know, like, that doesn't make full sense to me. But Haley Hughes described it best. I just watched her, like, one of these book videos where she basically talked about, like, books that make you feel like you're in a fever dream, yet you leave not really fully understanding what happened, but understanding what it meant to do, or, like, you come out knowing what you needed to know. And I feel like this book does just that, because, do I understand a lick of what's happening with, like, this whole plasma crap and whatnot? No. But do I think it is doing a great job of what it is setting out to do? I really do. It's very culty, very weird. I have just over 100 pages left, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm probably going to be the person that likes our book the most, because I'm pretty sure I'm the last one in our Besties Book Club to finish. And I'm pretty sure so far we have 2 3 stars and 1 4, maybe. And I think mine's probably going to be a 4. I don't think this is going to be a 5. Maybe 4.5, depending how the last 100 pages shapes up. But I'm really liking it. Also, can we just love a deckled edge book moment? Because I really just do. I'm going to get back to this. I also have to finish this podcast interview sheet that I'm doing for Brutal Prince, which there will be a vlog coming out in, like, the imminent future about that. I tapped the crap out of it. This Mafia romance that I read it for this podcast. And this is just, like, a podcast questionnaire that I have to fill out about, like, my favorite moment, a summary, good quotes, my least favorite part, like, who's my favorite character, like, stuff like that. And so I'm going to fill that out. I'm going to hopefully get to at least year 3 before I go to sleep. And then I got to get to sleep because I have work in the morning. And then we'll see what I get to. Also, one of my Ariel students, like, gave me a gift as, like, a thank you for being their teacher and advancing them to the next class, and also a pregnancy thing. And this is only one of the things. I'm not going to pull up the poster because I already put it away. But the poster has, like, this girl sitting on a lyra. And it says, women cannot survive on wine alone. They need an aerial hoop and lots of tattoos. That's my whole vibe. But I love this little canvas bag, which I've been getting a lot of canvas bags lately. I think I'm up to like 6 or 7. So I have all these book bags. But this one says, that's what I do. I pet dogs, I aerial dance, and I know things. And I love this. Like, that is adorable. People are so flippin' nice. Brittany, if you're still on here, I finished. I did. So I finished last night.
Yeah, I saw. Ma'am.
That's what I have to say.
So I looked. So, okay, I didn't, like, stalk your Goodreads. It definitely came across like I did after you went to bed, because I was like, oh, Rainy posted 9 minutes ago on her Goodreads. It looked like I was just, like, stalking your Goodreads. But I opened my Goodreads.
When I went back to bed, I ended up just watching the live stream of Kayla and Aaron and Meg because I couldn't fall asleep. So I watched that in bed.
Yeah.
I listened to it, and honestly, they didn't explain any of the book. Like, their chat was just stuff like, what was your favorite part? What was this? What was that? So, like, they didn't explain anything either. I didn't get any more information than I knew going in. But I don't know. I was just listening to them and all the stuff, and I was like, honestly, I really enjoyed this book. And I'm like, I did agree with Erin on why she didn't give it a 5-star, and I'm not going to say it now because I'll save that for the live show. But I was like, this is a 4.
Yeah, I'm the one that gave it the highest rating, because I gave it 4.5.
Yeah, I would give it a 4, but I still like it. So,
I guess message the group chat about it.
I will. Hello. While my memory card is out of commission, we're just going to continue giving you updates from my phone. And as you saw in that last clip, I finished Catherine House on Neva's 24-hour reading sprints. And I was very thankful that she did those because I needed to finish because I was the last one of the BookTube besties that had not finished. And so I am not going to give a huge amount of thoughts in this vlog because this is going to come out before the live show on Friday, but I will still, or the live show on Sunday, but I will still give updates. So I rated this a 4-star. I really enjoyed it. I also really enjoyed Bunny. And this is one of those books where you've just got to go in knowing that you are not going to understand a lot of stuff that is going on, but it's just you're there for the journey. And this is really a you're there for the journey type of book. So, I mean, I've mentioned this before, but basically it just follows our main character, Inez, and her 3 years in Catherine House, because you graduate in 3 years. Like, you pick a study, you pick something to major in. The second year, you have to do, like, a giant presentation on it. And then the third year is, like, you finishing up. It was broken down into 3 years, so like the 3 years of her time there. And over time, it continued to get more and more crazy and more culty, and she's starting to make less and less sense, and like she's not very reliable towards the end of it all. And I will say this was not very plot heavy. So if you are not a character-driven person, this book is definitely not for you. If you're not a person that hates an ambiguous ending, this book is not for you. Because this probably had one of the most ambiguous endings that I've ever read in a book. And I was just like, wait a second. The book's ending here? What's gonna happen next? I mean, I have all these thoughts. I have all these ideas. Hence why it's so ambiguous. But I really liked it. There was a reason that I didn't give it a 5 stars. And I'm not going to say it here. I'm going to save all this for the discussion to make you have to come to the discussion with me. So if you want to discuss this with all of us, it's on Sunday, on the 29th, on my channel, which I need to go make a thumbnail for that right now so that I can share it. But be excited. It's going to be a good time. 1 p.m. EST, by the way. And yeah, I really liked it. I gave it 4 stars. I had a fun time with it. I think it'll be a good discussion because we all had like different ratings. And so I think it'll be a super fun time. But now I'm going to move on to the next book on this list, which I'm just going to update you in the same little corner. And I'm putting a bunch of the books that I'm reading for book clubs in this vlog. And I will probably just talk about the other ones that I read throughout the month for book clubs. But I talked about this one, and now I am reading Wonderland by Jennifer Hillier for Gabby's Book Troop Club. And I love Jennifer Hillier, I have deduced. I have read, this is my 4th book by her, because I've read Things We Do in the Dark, and I gave that a 4 star. I've read Creep, which is this beginner duology of hers. I gave it a 5 star. I read Jar of Hearts, and I gave it a 5 stars of hers. And I think that's all I have read so far. I just really like her. I really love her writing. Her writing really works for me. And I'm finding that the same way with this. I'm 20% in. This book is just flying by. I'm having so much fun with this book. This book is about this girl named Vanessa Castro, and she's become the new deputy chief of PD at Seaside in Washington. And it's this small little podunk town where it thrives and focuses all around this carnival called Wonderland. Like, the whole town revolves around it. The police have to, like, deal with any issues that come up with it immediately because that's how the town makes all of their money. And basically, she gets hired. And like her first day there, they find a dead body there that had been, the face had been mauled, unrecognizable. Obviously, someone had like taken him there and not killed him there first. And so it's this whole like thing about what happened to this person. And so I just got to where she is found the body and she's starting to ask questions about it. And that's all I've got so far. And of course, it's like, is this part of some twisted killer's game? Like, is she going to search deeper and find other stuff? I don't know. But like I said, I just really like the writing. The writing just works to me. It speaks to me. I love everything about it. I can't wait to keep reading this. I don't think I'm going to read any more tonight because I do have to go to work in the morning. But hopefully I will come to you by tomorrow with a big chunky update because I want to release this vlog on Wednesday. And it is currently Sunday night. So I need to finish this book. Okay, quick update. I'm in my classroom. I cannot stop reading this book. It has been a day or two past since I saw you last, but I am 85% into this book, and I thought I had an idea of what is going on. I think I kind of know like bits and pieces of what's going to happen in the end, but this book is so good. I just love this book. Like, it is a 5 star. I just love Miss Hillier. I just love her. She's just an all-time favorite author, and I feel like I've said that 500 times in this vlog, but I am just loving this book, and I cannot wait to read the rest of her books. Like, I want to just finish all of her books because they're just so good. But anyway, that's my brief little update. We're 85% in. We're getting close to figuring out who's murdering all the people in Wonderland, and it's starting to become a huge mess. But it is good. final update. Wonderland. It was a 5-star. I loved this book. I've said this 500 times. Her writing just works for me. Now, did I guess the murderer? No, not even a little bit. I guessed 2 different people, and I wasn't right with either of those people. And I just love when Miss Hillier does a twist like that for me. Now, I will say, there was 1 or 2 pages where there was some trans hate going on, and I was not very fond of that, but it wasn't done in like a terrible way. It just wasn't done in a way that I think it needed to be done. However, I digress. I'm not sure whether I like this one better or Jar of Hearts. I kind of think I like this one better. This might be my favorite of hers. Like, this one is just a slam dunk. So if you are looking for a good, fun read with like carnival themes, because I always love like carnival amusement park type themes, then this is the book for you. So please go pick it up. Now I am currently reading, and I'm not going to read it for this vlog, but I'm 25% into an arc that I got from my friend Hannah Bird, her book, The End and Then. I am reading it before it comes out on the 6th or the 7th. So that is what I am reading on my Kindle at the moment. As far as this vlog goes, these are the only 2 books that I read for this vlog. So I read Catherine House, which was a 4-star, Wonderland, which was a 5-star. I think that was a pretty great time. And I actually had B-roll for once in my life, so it wasn't just me chatting at the screen the whole time. So you know what? You're welcome. With that, I will see you guys in another video super duper soon. Make sure that you are starting to get your prompts and your books together for the Backstreet Boys, well, the Battle of the Bands readathon, but Team Backstreet Boys, of course. Check out the videos that I've posted in the last couple days about that. And I'll see you guys in another video. Bye!